YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. It's not cute not knowing. Let's start off with a hug. Are we ready for the weekend? We need this hug. First off, the weekend edition is already up. Young people work fast. LaShawn Simon, she puts it together. She makes it all fancy and stuff. For everyone's like, I want pictures. You got pictures right there. Leave a comment, thumbs up, and all that other stuff. But the weekend edition has pictures. The rest of the week just has me. Let's start off with Cicely Tyson. I have been talking about her heavily for the past couple of weeks because she just released her book, Just As I Am. She passed away at the age of 96 yesterday. All these years she went and never wrote a book, and now she writes her story. The groundbreaking Rolls autobiography of Jane Pittman, Sounder, Roots. Past few years she was on How to Get Away with Murder, Broadway, Tyler Perry movies. Tyler Perry described her as the godmother he never had, and she was the godmother of his son. When Tyler Perry found out how little she got for Sounder and autobiography of Jane Pittman, he paid her triple so she could have her worth. The door she opened for the women you see getting their accolades today. Regina King, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, Halle Berry, Whoopi Goldberg, the women you see getting their achievements and standing there, the women who are just doing great work and were inspired by a Cicely Tyson. She never won an Academy Award. She was given an honorary Academy Award for her embodiment of work. She dropped wisdom, she dropped jewels, she was elegant and outstanding to the end. She was on the show Love Is, one of her last shows. And I started cracking up because she had her lashes on. It was a show that came on. She had her lashes on, and I just sit there and giggled and said, why is that going to be me? Because I'm going to be rocking the lashes until it's over. Cicely Tyson, her grace, her beauty, her elegance. Part of the culture. An amazing woman. An amazing woman. She writes about it in her book, Just As I Am. One of her final TV appearances was this week with Kelly and Ryan. She was on their show talking about the book, and they had all of these virtual things planned as she promoted her book. Pick it up today. Her life, her legacy, her story. Cicely Tyson, rest in peace. Went on with the ancestors at the age of 96. What she left us. More than just this book, Just As I Am, but what she left us. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cicely Tyson. A couple of people had asked, because I'm going through the responses, Hank Aaron died a week ago. I covered it then. I always cover or mention with someone who died, and I talked about Hank for a minute. So sometimes you got to go and look at previous ones. The news of Cicely Tyson came down later, so therefore I talk about it today. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. The Weeknd is performing. This is what I'm hearing. He spent $7 million of his own money. The Weeknd. So what are we going to see? Some say it's going to be longer than the 13 minutes you're allowed to do. He's promising a cinematic experience. So what is it going to be? One long video? A mini movie? If he's spending $7 million, then, and you know, in the times that we are in safety precautions, if he's spending $7 million, I hear cinematic experience, I'm thinking either a very long video or a mini movie. Think about past Super Bowl experiences. Who did it for you? Was it Prince? Was it Michael Jackson? Was it Bruno Mars and Beyonce? J-Lo, Shakira. There have been many great performances. Which one stood out for you? And do you think The Weeknd will live up to the hype? Matt James, the black bachelor, biracial bachelor, says he is feeling pressure to pick a black woman. Matt, go on and pick who you're going to pick. You're not used to dating black girls. Just pick who you pick. The sisters that were on there, they ain't pick nobody black. Pick who you love. Pick who you love. Stop with the pressure. Stop with the, you should have known what you was getting into when you got in this show. Pick someone that you love and be sincere. Don't feel that you got to be pressured if you're not in love or if you're not ready to be in love. If you're just doing this to be on the show, you need to be ready. So, Matt, stop. These interviews, they're annoying. Nile Rodgers of Chic fame, he recently lost his mother to Alzheimer's over a month ago. There are so many bodies in the morgue. He can't get her body to give her a proper burial. He was talking about that in interviews. T.I. and Tiny, the women, the threesomes, it is a mess. They've gotten a lawyer. But if over 20 women are coming forward with stories about T.I. and Tiny, and apparently they had this open marriage, it's not good for the image. T.I., Tip, he's moving into acting. If people suspect that there was some abuse going on of women or just too much craziness, they're not going to want to touch you in a 10-foot pole. They better lawyer up because it looks bad for T.I. and it looks bad for Tiny. They had a great reality show on VH1, but apparently their life was way different than what we saw on that reality show. They better get a lawyer fast. At the movies and on HBO Max, it's Little Things. You got 3 Oscar winners together. Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, Rami Malek. It kind of gave me Silence of the Lamb type vibes. It looks spooky. They say it's a psychological thriller. Critics have raved about this. I just want to say the critics have given this movie a thumbs up, but you're going to be scared. It's in theaters and on HBO Max, and it drops today. Eldebarge, the IG page, his IG page. He's supposed to be doing a live Sunday night at 7 where he's promising new music. And Wendy Williams, This Is the Weekend. The movie, the documentary. She shook us all yesterday with that one night stand with Method Man, Clifford. She shook us all with that. I think it's going to be a good movie, and I'm going to tell you why I like her. A girl who comes from radio. We worked in the same building many years ago when she was at Power 99. I had such a good time when I went to the show years ago. And then I had a chance to just interview her just one-on-one. And I've always had great conversation. I'm sure she has not liked my Sharina stories or jokes. But Wendy, I do admire you a whole heck of a lot. And it is brave. It is brave that you come forward to reveal yourself, because nobody likes to reveal the ugly or show people an ugly side. I think the actors playing the roles of you and Kevin, they're calling him Kelvin in the movie because Kelvin is his real name. Amazing. Sierra Payton, she nails it. And Omari, Morocco, he's in P-Valley, Empire. I think you're going to be pleased with that. But I look forward to the movie. I look forward to the documentary. I think it's going to be an interesting night. Wendy was on Andy Cohen's What Happens Next, and she's talking about Sharina. If Wendy and Kevin were married for 25 years, Sharina was in it for 15. When you turn a blind eye to someone cheating on you, two things could happen. You're either going to get an STD or somebody's going to have a baby. This woman had a baby. Wendy said, I'm out. I can't deal with, you having a baby with another woman. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a lesson. And we're going to talk about it on Monday, in spite they're saying that some nor'easter is coming to the northeast section of the country where I'm from. But we're going to talk about it because I think it's going to be good. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up. I read the comments. I really do. Sometimes it just takes me just a little bit, but I read the comments. We've got the weekend edition, so do check that out. I appreciate you guys riding with me and getting the stories and all of that good stuff because it's always fun. What does Auntie love to say? It's not cute not knowing. Now you know. The channel is growing, so tell friends, subscribe to the channel. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.